welcome, or welcome back to Dishonored, the Brigmore Witches. I can't quite decide if it's welcome or welcome back because it's a different DLC, but it's a continuation of the last one. I might have a bit of background from, well, birds outside. I'm not going to acknowledge them because I don't know if my mic will actually pick it up, but if you do hear them, sorry. So, let's get started. So, we're going from my, from my last playthrough, of course. It's a continuation after all. Where we'll be trying to go for the worst ending possible. Because nobody wanted to make a bloody decision, so I just took the decision people made for my first playthrough. So, hi Chaos, here we go. And the only correct way to do this is, of course, the Master Assassin way. A brutal experience, basically meaning, hey, look at this guy fucking up all the time. Let's get started. Doubt's hideout. Troubled sleep. You've been ill at ease ever since you assassinated Empress Jasmine Caldwin and aided the abduction of her daughter Emily.
He knew. The black-eyed bastard knew that when my blade stilled the Empress's heart and delivered her daughter to the Lord Regent's men, everything would fall to pieces. He watched me do it anyway. And now the world's gone mad. Plague grinds the city down. Corruption rots. A mad killer roams the streets by night, seeking revenge. The overseers have stormed my hideout in the flooded district. And I'm in a strange duel with a mad witch named Delilah for the fate of the Empire. I'd say I was being punished, but I know that the world doesn't punish wicked people. We make our choices and take what comes. And the rest is void. I can't say I wasn't warned. It's been months since I killed the Empress, but it feels like only seconds ago I heard her yelling for her daughter, Emily. Corvo's face going slack with shock. And somewhere in my head, the outsiders laugh. Come to collect on our debt. Did you ever think you deserved to lose your Empress? That a better man took her life, while you gaped like a fool? Come on, Corvo. Prove me wrong.
As you probably remember, I hate... What, where, who, oh god. Ow, my arm. I needed that. Oh. Okay. Ugh.
Damn it.
Sir, Thomas has returned with the information you requested. He's waiting for you below.
I just had a heart attack. Okay, I was... Oh, good god. Is this from the guys I murdered here? Oh god. Okay, here's the thing. Oh, bloody hell. Yeah, I'm in total shock. I did play this DLC once before. And there, well, you can beat that fight at least. Well, the first time I did it on low chaos, because I think that's the best way to play the game. First play it on low chaos, then high chaos. Oh, good God, my heart is racing. So, yeah, you can beat him normally, but I guess not on high chaos. So I thought, yeah, I'm going to win this. Oh no, I'm stabbed. But you know what? I knew it was a dream sequence. Oh, bloody hell. This is insane. Come on, recover. But to then see that mask next to me when I wake up, oh man, that was horrifying. Yeah, I'm sorry, I am... now I'm paranoid. Oh, good God, yeah. So, let's start reading all the books again, because, well, that's apparently what I do in my Dishonored Let's Plays for some reason. Somebody explained to me why, because I don't know. But, yeah, and then, wow, that was, effective. So yeah, let's, the Reclamation of Dunwall. Maybe a bit of reading will clear my mind and stop my heart from saying, hey, you're in total danger. You need to do something now. Excerpt from a pamphlet, published in response to the plague. Dunwall, the seat of power in a known civilized world, the Empire of the Isles, is our great capital. It's our great capital. And it had been brought low by vermin, very fault gulls. We are faced with the reality that our once great city is in a state of shambles, and the few remaining domiciles in any habitable condition on the estates of those wealthy enough to ward themselves against that reality. The city cannot continue to strive, populated only by the upper class and their cloistered psychopaths. Even if the plague were gone tomorrow, in its present state, Dunwall doesn't have enough hardy people of working age to return the city to everyday function. We must find a way to attract more residents, which require removing clouds of fear brought about by the current regime. The Lord Regent and his lackeys are bad for business, my friends. So it falls on us. A plague and tyrants must be overcome, and after that we must undertake a third miracle, turning the screws on the obscenely wealthy, forcing them to pay back into the place that has given them their privileged lives. It is the powerful and fortunate who must pay for the rebuilding of Dunwall, even if the poorest will bear the stones and timber of reconstruction on their backs. All that must happen for the dormant machine of commerce to restart. All this must happen for the dominance of machine of commerce to restart. Without that, we're all forfeit, and the greatest city of our age will be lost. Ah, joy. So yeah, that would, well, I'm going to pick up that bloody room now, because I'm getting bloody annoyed with it. Shut up. Ooh. I do like this crossbow. Okay, thank you for finally shutting up. Alright, what to go for? Because this is in continuation of my, of the Let's Play I already had, in which I had a good Void Gaze, a good Blink, Agility, the first rank of Shadow Kill, which is great for stealth, And that's about it. So now it's the time to think of using some other words, come on. Some other powers, because I also now have the bone charm that allows me to regain mana from drinking from fountains, meaning that I can be a bit more liberal with my powers. So I'm kind of thinking about summon assassin. Your assassins will find relentlessly at your side. They are useful as extra blade in a fight, or as a distraction to keep enemies occupied while you slip past. Your assassins behave like any other character in the world, and can be hurt by rats and security devices. If they are not in combat, they might also have something useful or interesting to say. So this kind of sounds useful, kind of a way to kill somebody when they are far away. The problem I kind of have with that is, well, I can just blink towards them and then kill them, without really having to try. I'm more thinking go for bend time, because bend time is, well, more something I'd use when I really need it. Just completely stop time and allow me to get away. The difference is, well, I tried pull, it's interesting, but yeah, pull keeps drawing mana, which isn't too good, and well, it does allow you to reach things that are further away, but well, again, things that are further away are not exactly my problem as long as I have blink. I mean, you might say that, well, it draws less suspicion. Well, yes, an assassin dropping down and picking something up is a bit suspicious, but the thing just flying away on its own is also a wee bit suspicious. Yeah, I'm probably going with bend time. Bend time, then probably more agility, and maybe some vitality could be good. But we start with bend time, which I'm apparently not going to upgrade this time. Alright, still have the controls down a bit. Coupled bits of bone. Oh, and this is sort of a new series, so the books I read are, well, completely new again. It's just, if I find a book that I read in the Knife of Dunwall DLC, but not in this DLC yet, I will read it. Sorry if you watched both, which most of you probably did, but I don't know, for some reason this feels right. Couple bits of stone, excerpt from a journal covering various occult artifacts. They say my mother was a witch, but the truth, as is often the case, depends on your perspective and your place in the world. She relied on poisons made from exotic herbs and the blowfish that live in the reef waters near Pandasia. Her power originated in her hallucinogenics delivered through Gil, or by force to those who crossed her. There was an unusual intensity in her gaze for certain, but it comes from within, not from the outsider. It what happens to anyone pushed to the absolute edge of sanity and survival, who stays there for years and then returns to walk among the sheep in so-called civilized society. My mother was crafty, but if it was anything more than powers, hidden knives and guile, I never saw it. like they tell children. Some of those truly touched by the black-eyed bastard can move through the space between rooftops like a sparrow. Others command armies of rats or poisonous flies as easy as they wriggle their fingers and toes. The overseers are right to fear us, to warn the common folks to stray near the stray near their homes at night and keep their families close. I really like this one. Poisonous flies. So I still haven't played Dishonored 2. I still haven't upgraded my PC so I can actually run it, but yeah, in that you do seem to have power over the blood flies, or in some ways, which they already alluded to here. I really like that kind of thing. But there are other ways his influence manifests itself. Those who serve me share in some of what I can do, and I suspect it's the same for the Lilac Cup Spoon's coven. There are those who can craft runes and charms. The old woman across town, they call her Granny Rags. She carves and polishes the bones of whales, stringing them together and opening them to the void until they moan like the fever sick in a cold night. I found a few of our talismans, and with each one I touched, a tiny piece departs and settles in with her. What does she gain? A longer life? Some other kind of power that I don't understand? The making of such things is beyond me. I know 4 people in my time who carried the mark of the outsider, but I've known dozens more who wanted it, who stood at night in stagnant ponds, or back with the dusk blowing through graveyards. People who gutted farm animals, or burned the flesh of men, thinking it could call forth the void. I met a dying man once who had collected runes and charms for years. He crushed them all into powder, made a paste, and ate them, thinking it could gain whatever magic was in the things. His death was long and painful. I also knew a woman from Kanaka who would trade for charms and other bits of whalebone. She cracked them apart and fused them back together, then sold them. I bought one of these corrupted charms that she swore would cause sharp metal to break on my skin, and it worked. Each time I did, one of my teeth turned black and fell out. After the 3rd time, I gave it to one of my men. Now when he smiles, it's all bleeding gums. And I wonder what parts inside him are turning black. Sometimes I ask myself, without these gifts, would I be a man to fear? Would I be called the Knife of Dunwall? With my name whispered through the markets and the alleyways, the high towers and the drowning rooms? I'd like to think so, but it really doesn't matter. As long as I bear this mark, I'll use whatever craft I have to force my will on the world. The harder trick is undoing what I've done. Yeah, that's also kind of the reason why I am against the death penalty. It's so... more books. It's so impossible to undo, so if you do anything wrong, well, congratulations, it's now permanent on the world. Well done, asshole. Regency and emergency powers. How long is this one? Oh, good God. In a time of political upheaval, there are provisions in place for a staged transfer of power, designed with 3 goals in mind. The first is the minimization of incentive for coup. There's no predetermined person or position within the government that is scheduled to take the mantle of regency during a time of crisis. Instead, a regent is chosen by parliamentary accord. This serves to avoid promoting a path of ascendancy and to discourage those who would scheme for such a turn of events. It is the assumption that our governing documents It's the assumption of our government documents that such a legislative body will always have the wisdom to see through who would be usurpers. The second is the assurance of stability for the commons during and after the traditional phase. During an interregnum, while our region rules the land, there are categories of law and decrees that cannot be altered without a majority vote from Parliament. Thus, daily life for the people would not change dramatically when during the time of a regency, or shift drastically once a proper heir takes the throne. Third, and perhaps most important, is that a worthy successor is found. In order to rule out hasty action and to maximize stability, there will be no term limits or duration applied to the period of regency. Historically, Rand's decisions have greatly contested, resulting in extended political turmoil or outright conflict. Then, when the proper heir is found and the position is filled by someone worthy of the role, all others will fall and provide their support. So really the Lord Regent shouldn't have that much power at the moment, yet he does. Boards of Call. Oh good God. This first episode is not going to be nothing but reading, isn't it? Excerpt from a guide to port cities across the Empire of the Isles. Waterstead, Bristol. A small town, but the locals are charming and the ills unmatched. Be certain to visit during the month of winds for their pennant festival. Dunwall, Bristol. Notes on the capital city could fill a dozen such volumes. All the lights exist in Dunwall if you got the coin, but all misery if you're broke. Unless you're well connected through someone in Dunwall Tower, one of the key families, the City Watch, or River Patrol, make sure your permits are in order. Otherwise, you're likely to have your cargo seized by the port authorities for any reason they care to concoct. Kilkenny, Morley. While the harbour master here is particular about the kinds of goods you're carrying, the rest of the town is more lax. Be sure to visit the inn on the rock for the best mutant stew in all the Isles. Yarrow, Thivia. The cold here will snatch the breath from your lungs, but it's met with equal strength by the civility of its well-mannered citizens. The cozy taverns are kept warm by famously crafted iron stoves. The food takes some adjustments. Bejeweled aristocrats laugh and drink side with weathered, leather-skinned farmers, clapping one another on the back until the dim hours. It's hard to make a friend here, or to truly understand the worldviews of the native-borns, but once you do, you'll have a friend for life. Colorado, Sarkonos. This city is crowded in the warmer months, and for good reason. You find yourself shoulder to shoulder with scantily clad locals and foreigners on holiday, pale skin burned pink by the sun, which somehow seems larger and brighter in Sarkonos. The food in Colorado is a shining example of Sarkonan cuisine, and there's always music, always dancing. Hand rolled on the steps of tobacco shops, the cigars, of course, fresher than the ones you've had shipped to the other parts of the empire. Karnaca, Sarkonos. The jewel of the south at the edge of the world. The city is bustling with industry. After a wave of settlers from Morley and an influx of wealthy trading companies from Dunwall, everywhere you go in Karnaca there are new ideas, hybrid forms of music, groundbreaking theories of natural philosophy, and even extravagant delicacies made by mixing the ingredients from all known cultures. The locals work tirelessly for their coin, welcoming the elite from across the Isles. Well, wasn't that a nice bit of world building? Something I really think did work well for them, because, well, it did make the transition to Sarkonos a lot easier. Or, I don't know. It's already made people aware of what was in Sarkonos before Dishonored 2 even came out. Volnut Alvani region. Stealth boots, nice. I don't want to read more books. And improved armor. Nice, I like armor. Oh, for crying out loud! How many books? Okay, so the next episode will consist of me reading 4 books and picking up everything that's over here, of course. Corrupted Charm. Wrong button. Oh. Shivering Silhouette. Enemies have a high chance to miss ranged attacks. But the penalty is you are more visible to enemies. Let's not. Have a thing. Look. Choking is faster. Yeah, that's not gonna happen. Spirit Water. Now that's very useful. The skin. Maybe if I have spot left, Swift Stalker. I never have my weapon sheathed. Spiritual Pool. Oh, that's very nice. Regenerate mana slightly faster, meaning you can string powers faster after each other. Drink from fountains recharge a small amount of health. Yes, please. Scavenger. I do not need more ammo. Sustained Rage. I do not use Adrenaline. Healthy Appetite. Don't use that either. Killing rats gives you some Adrenaline. Still don't use that. So I'll probably fall off stuff. I won't say drop off stuff, no, it's just... Oh, well, fuck, now I'm falling 20 meters. And this might keep me alive. The skin sounds nice, and... healthy appetite for now.
We'll start again in a minute. Just listen. This business with the witches, there's no pay in it. No prestige. Don't. Let's go over Dowd's teachings again. Forget it. Dowd's getting older. He's getting strange. And if no one else will take him on... Don't even think it. Dowd. Ever vigilant, I see. Are we leaving soon to Brigmore?
Scared, are you? Witches upriver. Traitors in the ranks. And then there's Dowd, who just killed his own apprentice. A better assassin than you'll ever be. I'd be frightened too.
Oh. I couldn't find it because I was standing right on top of it.
This will hold while we're away. Anything short of cannon fire.
Let's hope it won't come to that.
This wasn't here when you come attack as Corvo. So, yeah, I don't know.
You did right, sir. That witch had to die.
That witch was twice the fighter you'll ever be.
So that was forbidden lurk. Five book to read next episode.
They say he let Rothwild live. Is Dowd getting soft?
Rothwild's not coming back anytime soon. You should spend more time thinking about your form.
Anytime you think I'm a little soft, you're welcome to come by my office. Bring a blade.
Yeah, really. Talking smack about Dowd. I mean, I know he's a bit loopy at the moment, but well, there are still healthier ideas in the world. Ooh, coin. Lots of coin.
I've made a mess of the access ways, but it had to be done. If I come back, I'll take it all down.
Somebody will. And they can burn those overseer drapes while they're at it.
Pleasant time in the assassin's hideout, isn't it? I'm going to stand with my back against the wall so nobody will easily slit my throat. So yeah, see you in the next episode for 4 books. Oh boy, will that be fun. When did I start this?